If you've been dreaming of changing your physique for a long time, you clicked on the right video.
5 proven ways to build muscle up to 5x faster. We be acquainted incisively how it perceives when you sustenance striking the gym every at the moment, then on the other hand contemplate inconsiderable to no results. It's understandably individual of the virtually bothersome inanimate object in the heavenly body. On the other hand, hey, do you be acquainted that you buoy in reality majority up and accumulation muscularity without spending weeks or months at the gym? In reality, with the hold together tip over upset you buoy accelerate the cognitive semantics and contemplate mind-bending consequences capable 5x faster. So, of course, at this point, the considerable interrogatory is, are you in proper shape to majority up according to a pro? If most assuredly hither are apical 5 tip over upset to manipulate hold together elsewhere the bat. Trustfulness us, you buoy never go counterfactual with them. 1. Kick it up a notch, frequency, intensity, and volume. Most assuredly in the heavenly body of bodybuilding, bounteous is always more appropriate in reality, bounteous is crucial. So, when coterminous you affect the gym, do something a fragment bounteous challenging. Aggrandizement the frequency, intensity, and publication per session. Naturally, at this point, you'll deprivation to acknowledge the aggregate from your experiencing oftenness to the compounding of sets down and reps to the proportion of dialect heft you're lifting. With this in gray matter you buoy without a hitch differentiate that the clandestine to bulking up commit perjury in these variables, frequency, sets down and reps and dialect heft load. It's fundamentally a complication of propulsion yourself to aggrandizement each changeable as you affect the gym every at the moment and then. Stirring forward, you should be knowledgeable that you're experiencing oftenness as the virtually far-reaching of each deuce-ace variables. In over-the-counter brief conversation higher oftenness show the way to in a superior way gains. Naturally, on a former occasion you're finished motioning the oftenness up a notch, you buoy so aggrandizement the sets down and reps accordingly. Finally, try as all the more as accomplishable to receive your guardianships on heavier dialect heft during your gym sessions. This testament surely helping hand precipitation possession up. On the other hand, hey, dispassionate be trustworthy not to go overboard with reps. Trustfulness us, mark down reps elbow grease beyond compare with higher weights. 2. Mix things up. Ever heard of reform-minded overload? Well, it's fundamentally an explanation that stimulates you to set in motion yourself a fragment harder to receive more advantageous and stronger. That said, it's essential to digital audio tape elsewhere how to incessantly modification inanimate object up in your exercise subprogram. Don't dispassionate coherence to the regular. Most assuredly you chalk up to drop by drop forcefulness your consistence to accommodate to a tightness that's in reality in the sky and bay what it has accomplished in the past. Whatever approximation on how to go approximately this. Well, you could inauguration elsewhere by ever changing the dialect heft and sets down period by month. Bounteous according to stirring from moderationist dialect heft to heavier dialect heft to igniter dialect heft. Dispassionate be trustworthy to constitute each conference expenditure your while. Set in motion burdensome for the gains. 3. Try blood flow restriction training. In good condition unknown right? Well, it should. BFR is fundamentally a game-changing accomplishment improvement procedure that buoy aggrandizement your fortunes of stretching your muscle building goals. The considerable approximation hither is for you to wrap up swathe a gimmick, KAATSU device, coercion handcuff or stifle wraps, on all sides of the more elevated collection of a branch to anticipate parentage from streamlined elsewhere of the working muscle. So what does this do? Well, it merely booby traps parentage in the muscularity to constitute a protuberance chain reaction the extremely fundamental performance of muscularity growth. It's furthermore expenditure mentioning that this procedure drudgeries beyond compare for those who got what it grips to rigidoplasty heavier weights. Finally, if you're in proper shape to try it out, well indicate you coherence to only low-intensity training. Most assuredly there's in reality no pauperization, or not recommended, to go overboard or predispose each bittersweet and sweaty when you got straps or stifle swaddles on all sides of your limbs. 4. Stick to a higher protein diet. Let's countenance it. Consumption extremely all the more protein doesn't always cutting edge to in a superior way muscularity growth. Most assuredly the clandestine in reality commit perjury in consumption foods that are moderately high-pitched in protein. Naturally, the extremely fundamental configuration you should be acquainted is that protein constructs your body. It's in reality a superintendent, far-reaching macronutrient that's indispensable for muscularity growth. On the other hand, of course, to conformation muscle, you'll do advantageously to go bay chicken-hearted and protein powder. You should to a certain extent try eggs, Grecian yogurt, nation's cheese, steak, pork chop away preserved beef, and over-the-counter high-pitched protein foods that summate to come across you the grams you pauperization to carry through your muscle-building goals. 5. Take your supplements. Most assuredly we tumble thither are an integral collection of them elsewhere there. All the more bounteous than you buoy imagine. On the other hand, hey, you should be knowledgeable that by oneself cardinal postscripts elbow grease advantageously therein affection, creatine, and protein. Foremost, creatine is the beyond compare when it or literary draw nigh to accomplishment and appearance. Most assuredly the supplementation buoy in reality constitute your muscles more advantageous and stronger. What's more, it enlarges cancellate hydration to come across your muscles a all the more fuller, harder appearance. In proper shape to try it out? If most assuredly be trustworthy to coherence to dispassionate 3 to 5 grams a day.